I don't even know where we're going, okay? From the folks at Black & Decker, this is a brand name that you know you can trust. They've been around now for 100 years. This is their new 12-volt cordless with something that they call their GOPAK battery. Batteries are in everything. They're in our cell phones, they're in our tablets, they're in our power tools, they're everywhere. And we run into a situation where we never seem to have enough power for anything. So the whole idea was there's so many of these battery chargers that are out there. Why not allow the 12-volt battery pack that charges your power tools to also be able to recharge your cell phone? Because most people have their cell phones with them at most times. I get to introduce you to a very special lady. How are you?
I'm doing great, Dan.
Good to see you.
How are you? Oh my God, I got a hug.
Well, that's me. I'm a giver. This is Kylie Watts. What are you doing? Kylie, you brought this to us during the holidays.
I did.
I only had one opportunity to air this with you. And it was very, very popular. Now here we are, clearance sale price. We're at $45.84. That's a great savings. First time at this price. We've got it on Easy Pay. And by the way, I want to really quickly mention, every single item in this 3-hour show will at least have 3 or 4 Easy Pays on it. This one's 5. Where do you want to start?
Well, so we talked about Black & Decker, 100 years of innovation and technology. And what this is, if you're not familiar with powered saws, this is a jigsaw. So a jigsaw has a reciprocating blade. It moves up and down kind of the way a needle would move on a sewing machine. And it's something that you want to use for jobs around the house, whether it's, you know, projects around the house, but it's also great for crafting and making things. It allows you to cut really intricate cuts inside of things like wood or linoleum. And it's one of the things that you should have inside of your home. It has great technology with that GOPAK power in it. And you see all of the things on the table are all things that were created using a jigsaw.
Can I brag on you?
Sure.
Because you won't do it yourself.
Talk to me.
I usually put up one heck of a Christmas display. This woman kicked my holiday tail.
I'll take that.
I
did.
Was, give me some bump.
I did, definitely.
Her and her guy, Dan, built the absolute coolest Dr. Seuss Who Village with a jigsaw.
With a jigsaw. Because I actually went to school to be an art teacher. One of our classes, they trained us on powered saws. So I've used all different kinds of saws. And in fact, I think we do have one of the pictures of the cupcake house.
Now, by the way, we took that, and that was done about a week before your big holiday party, and it snowed that night.
It snowed that night.
It was just perfect. But that was life size. That was done with just a regular standard 4x8 sheet of plywood.
Exactly.
And that's some of the stuff you can do. You can be much, much more intricate with a jigsaw than you can virtually any other saw. And because now we're talking about cordless, you can take it to the project instead of having to bring the project to the outlet.
Exactly. A lot of power tools, you are tethered to that cord, but with this, you are able to move around. You're seeing it cut linoleum on its side. It can cut piping. It can cut wood. It does a lot of things around the home, but why I love this and why I don't want people to be intimidated by them is because it's really fun to get out there, to craft, to create things, and use this around the house.
I love power tools.
I do too. As a woman, but this one's awesome. So when you use something like this, you obviously want to put safety goggles on.
Always.
The saw itself has a safety lock on it, so as I'm trying to pull the trigger, it's locked down, so it's not going to move, so you know you have that great safety feature. You're seeing that GOPAK technology on the bottom of it. You have battery indicator lights on here as well. You can hit this button here, and it'll illuminate and show you what the battery life is on this. We have a full charge.
Which that's the top line feature. Black & Decker makes several different in this line. The fact that I call it the gas gauge is a big, big factor. Now, the fact that this thing is cordless, generations growing up today, they're just so used to cordless. The cord was one of the first things we cut by accident.
Definitely.
When we had older saws.
Well, and this one's really cool because you can take it to a lot of different places here. Now we have some plywood down, and when you use a jigsaw, you want to line it up. This is your board that kind of allows you to get that flat cut.
That's called the skirt.
Exactly. If you start to lift that up, you'll feel it. It'll jump around. So you want to always keep that lined up. We have some wood clamped down, and why a jigsaw is awesome is because you can do really intricate cuts. Sure, you can go straight, but with a jigsaw, you can actually turn it. You can do circular things that would be a lot harder to do with any other powered saw. And you'll see we'd have to sand this edge, but you have a great, beautiful little turn here that you couldn't do with any other saw.
Well, if I'm going for speed, I'll use a table saw, but that's a straight cut.
Right.
This is also for internal cuts. I'll take a power drill. If I need to cut internal holes, you just drill a small hole so the blade fits through, and now I can cut internally. But this battery, the battery is tiny, and this thing weighs less than the jigsaw that I have in my wood shop that's powered by a cord. And it's every bit as powerful. The battery is actually powerful enough at 12 volts where the battery can be used to charge up your cell phone.
It's
I had
pretty incredible.
never heard of that before.
Well, that's brand new technology from Black & Decker. Like you said, you have 100 years of innovation. The Black & Decker team literally started with 2 guys in a machine shop in Baltimore, Maryland, and their tools have literally reached the moon. I mean, that's the kind of innovation you're talking about.
And would you believe their
here.
names were not Black & Decker? No, it's a complete lie.
I was like, yes, they were. I was like, actually, they were. There were the last names with it, too. But so we'll hold this down and we'll show you
if
again.
I can catch anybody.
Why this is awesome. So the blade moves like a sewing machine needle would move. Now, it's a little loud, but it's not scary at all. Very easy to move, very easy to glide. It allows you to do things like turn them like that you couldn't do with a normal saw. And in fact, we have a Q and a V and a C over there if you want to show them.
It's one of the least intimidating of all power tools.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay? Especially when we talk about saws. Your charger is simple and easy. The battery pack, I can't believe how lightweight it is.
It's cool.
But that's 12 volts of just raw power. So you can get into this crafting mode and just have some fun.
You definitely can.
It's also a really comfortable tool in the palm of your hand.
It is. It's rubberized. It kind of contours to your hand. There's storage for the blade as well. You always want to make sure that blade is going out. So even if you forget, they have, diagrams on the side of it showing you which way to put that blade as well. So it's really, really easy to use and something that you think a powered saw might be scary to some, but this really isn't. You can create all of these really cool things. And like you were saying, doing something like this, you drill a hole in the center here and you can use that jigsaw to cut all of those things out.
The intricacy here, like just at the little edge of that, you would never be able to do that unless you were working with a very small handsaw, or like a Japanese rip saw. You would have had difficulties cutting out
Japanese rip saw.
Oh, it's I'll show you one.
That's what I don't know.
Your Hue house, the little Hue house that you did for the holidays. I don't think it would have been almost impossible to do without a jigsaw.
A jigsaw really is an awesome saw. Everybody should have a powered saw in their home, whether it's for the projects, but getting out and being able to be creative is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. And even with like these letters, these are so on trend right now. People are spending a lot of money to try to find things like this. You paint them, you put them in nurseries, kids' rooms. You can create this yourself and you can do that.
Maybe not these 3 letters.
Yeah, well, yes, but you can do this yourself.
We actually would like to see this in nurseries. We would like to start them young.
Well, yeah, QVC should go into nurseries too, but it's very easy to use.
Also, there's lots of different jigsaw blades that are available, and Black & Decker is available at any hardware store. So you have blades that will cut metal. You've got those that will cut tile.
Yeah.
And I'll reach for a jigsaw. If I've got a quick project to do, I'll reach for a jigsaw first because it's much faster than working with a handsaw like a hacksaw for cutting through piping. Replacing the blades doesn't require any tools whatsoever. Every other saw, that's a mechanized saw that I have in my shop, I need tools to change the blades. On this one, I don't.
And this one, you can actually have portable power as well, which is really cool. New technology from Black & Decker with that GOPAK, 12 volts of power, 2.4 amps, charging your devices too.
Black & Decker, you can't go wrong. $45.84. Will you come back and play some more?
I would love to.
Yes, Kylie's going to come back, and she's got a Roto-Zip product, also from Black & Decker. This is not only a powered screwdriver,